What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? Week 6 of the GBA D League, Roseradenborg versus Los Angeles Clefable. Be sure to check out Greg in the description as well as the team. And with that being said, let's just get into it. I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm very low on time, and I'm not gonna extend the introduction way too far out into the middle of nowhere. But I'm gonna lead off with Darmanitan here, as my opponent chooses to lead off with his Nihilego, which is Scarf, obviously. Honestly, it's very uncommon for Nihilego not to be a Scarf, especially against my team. But I'm gonna go into Suicune here because I believe it is my best switch into Nihilego just directly off the bat, because I was afraid of Hidden Power Ground, which would cover my Darmanitan, it would cover my switch into Nihilego, or my switch into Nihilego to Magearna. So I do go into Suicune here as he pulls out into the Rotom Wash. Me thinking that he was going to stay in and go for another one, went into Magearna. Never does anything. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm going to Magearna. I'm going to switch out of Magearna right now hard into Garchomp, because my Garchomp was dedicated to take on a completely defensive Rotom. Suck up the Volt Switch because of my ground type. And Toxic first, just to see where we go here. I kind of want to put the main chip on him first, just to see where we take it. I'm just going to cover right here. This Hydro Pump. Greg was insanely lucky because 211 to 142 is 69 points of damage, a max roll from an uninvested Rotom, and a very low, actually a minimum roll from its actual set, which was like 156 special attack. So I go for the Whirlpool to make sure to trap him in. I'm a Grip Claw Garchomp, so I have him trapped in for at least 7 turns unless I die. So he misses this second time, right? Very important to take note of. He misses, which makes me think I'm a bit more in the clear, you know, make sure that I'm nice and healthy and, you know, I can take one more Hydro Pump, can take 2 more Hydro Pumps, and then I can go to bed. But I'm going to go for Flamethrower here because this thing was Rest, Flamethrower, Whirlpool, Toxic, just to deal with Celesteela plus Rotom Wash if they were defensive. So second Hydro Pump goes off, and note that it did 73. Now I'm down to 73. 142 minus 73 is also 69, so he's gotten 2 minimum rolls. This meaning 2 minimum rolls, making me think he's gotten 2 max rolls. So I'm at 73 right now, thinking I'm completely and totally safe, you know? He can't get any higher rolls than that. So I'm gonna go for a Flamethrower right here. I consider Greg really lucky for, you know, getting the min rolls, because that made me feel safe here, so I didn't go for Rest. But alas, Garchomp goes down, and we are down 6-5. Very early on, but at least we got to stunt on Greg a little bit. It would have been hilarious if I managed to rest up so that the Rotom just died next turn. That would have been absolutely fantastic, simply fantastic, but me and Rest were not too good, pals, so I'm just going to switch into my Malice Fiend here, my Absol, because Absol has Pursuit in case he's trying to switch out, and Knock Off in case, you know, he stays in. But I'm expecting to maybe want to Preserve Rotom here, just as a sack fodder or whatever, or for Suicune, but I'm gonna go for Pursuit here and knock him out. He did, of course, not switch out, but 5-5. Nice to be in this situation. So in comes Whimsicott, aka K-Fan. I know Greg has been wanting to be a bitch to everyone this season with this thing. I haven't really seen much of being a pain in the ass with it, but that's besides the point. Greg's gonna fire off a Moonblast here, which shows he's an offensive Whimsicott, at least max special attack. I think, or was it max speed? Was it max speed, max HP? I don't remember exactly. But I'm just going to go for my Scarf U-turn here, just get out of here, and then switch into Magearna, because Magearna can at least help weaken the Whimsicott. Now, I was a bit confused by the set to begin with. I wasn't exactly sure what he was trying to do, but I'll go over it as he goes for Substitute again, and I'm going to click Ice Beam a couple times here, just to weaken him down, and then I'm going to go from there exactly. So right now we're just kind of in an exchange of Magearna versus Whimsicott. So I guess I can take up. Today has been a very busy day, and I haven't really had much time throughout the entire week to record, which is why MPL and NPL minors never got uploaded this week. Week 9 versus Turbo, I'll try to have that up on Tuesday alongside week 10, and then I'll also try to get week 6 versus the Verd of the major PL up on Wednesday. But he goes for his last sub here, so I go for Shadow Ball, kind of expecting him to make a switch out or something into something like the Gallade, but now he's at 1 HP, and I know that this thing gets Prankster and Endeavor, so I caught onto it here. I did not want my Magearna to get weakened, so I go into my Suicune, which is Rocky Helmet, And because it is Rocky Helmet, I am going to knock out this Whimsicott, but he's going to knock me down to 3 HP, showing me exactly how much he was left at. But now at least know, and I've been able to weaken, I got rid of the Whimsicotts, you know, that's nice. In comes Gregory6000 though, the Mega Galate, and me expecting him to just kind of knock me out right here, I decided my best play was just to go for a rest, you know, in case he left me alone, I can just go to bed. Because, as we all know from last week, Suicune deserves a good nap, and Mega Galate is going to bulk up, become nice and strong in front of us, but it's, I don't know, I was kind of like at a little bit of a loop right here in the game, because I wasn't exactly sure where I was positioned in the match, but I'm going to go for a rest, as you guys are about to see. I'm going to follow it up with a Sleep Talk, because I'm Rest, Sleep Talk, Scald, and Ice Beam, I believe I was. Not sure if I was Beam or if I was Calm Mind. I think I was Beam. But anyways, I'm gonna go for a Sleep Talk here, and Bad Luck Dan strikes through as he sets up the bulk ups. I'm gonna get Rest. Not the most pleasing result to get, but at least Gregory is gonna go for the Close Combat. So he's going to weaken me immensely, straight back down basically, but at the expense of Rocky Helmet damage, a special defense drop, and I get another roll with my Sleep Talk to see what I can get. Now the issue is, if I didn't, you know, talk about it right here as I get Scald, if I didn't get Scald here, or more importantly, as you guys are about to see, the Scald burn, because most of you have seen Greg's match by now. I'm recording it on the day it's supposed to be uploaded at like 10:26 p.m. because I'm really late. But if I didn't get the burn here, I might as well have just lost right here, because Gregory6000 at +2 defense, well, +1 defense, would have just torn through everything on my team. It could have lived the play rough, could have knocked out my Magearna. Aerodactyl would not have been able to take it out from the position it was at. Talking near full HP here. Darmanitan would not be able to just fling itself into it with Flare Blitz to kill it, and Suicune just kind of struggled with it. But I'm thinking here, since he's burnt, Magearna might have a chance. And goes for Close Combat, and we'll talk about this as well a little bit more briefly after this. I get down to 17 HP. I should have clicked Shadow Ball here just to take him out, then, like, you know, maybe swapped it out and preserved it or something. But I do go for Shift Gear right here, completely oblivious to Shadow Sneak. Realizing it now, I looked at the calc, and the min roll for a +2 Jolly Shadow Sneak was like at 22 HP or something like that. So I'm at 17. He's just gonna go for Shadow Sneak. Turns out he was adamant as well. I watched this team builder yesterday. So Chaos Neos faints here, and it's not looking good. Magearna another week. I should have preserved it to try to meet up against Nihilego, because it was the only Pokemon on Greg's team that I could have properly set up on. But I brought it too early, and that's kind of been the story of Magearna for me this entire season. I just can't use it well, and that's just how it goes. But I mean, I can't trade it now anyways. Transactions is done. I decided to keep it this week, and now it's locked in on my team. So how well it will do for me for the rest of the season, I don't know. I guess you can say this season to me anyways. I'm just gonna briefly go over that at the end here, but I'm gonna go use my Aerodactyl. I'm just gonna kind of let this play out at the end here, because spoiler alert, I do lose to Greg. This is far spoiler honestly, but you can see from matchup here, a Scarf Nihilego versus a Scarf Darmanitan, Yachi Berry, Aerodactyl, and a Mega Absol. At any given point where Nihilego comes in, I lose to that score. Like, Power Gem destroys the rest of my team, and there's nothing more to it. So Greg could have realistically won right here by switching into Nihilego, but he was afraid of a Scarf Aerodactyl, which to me didn't exactly make too much sense in the matchup, but I can see why he feared it. But I did not bring Scarf Aerodactyl to this matchup. But that being said, you know, whenever Nihilego comes in, which will be after I knock out the Silvally, that is when the game ends. So I do lose 2-0, just gonna put that there, but I just kind of want to talk about the D-League season for me as a whole. The D-League season, of how it's been so far, has been quite a challenge for me, and I've enjoyed the challenge in it, but I have disappointed myself if that makes sense to you guys. I have really disappointed myself in how I've played, and I feel like I know with myself that I'm better than what I'm showcasing, but the mons I use here I can barely use. Mega Absol is something I've kind of got on lockdown right now, which I really enjoy. Mega Absol's a great Pokemon I've really found pleasure in using, but like the main core of my team, being like Magearna, Garchomp, and stuff like that, I can't use them properly, and you know, Suicune against Aster with the rest thing, I'm still kicking myself in the ass over that. There are many plays in this game that I'm still very upset about, because my one check to his win con was my own win con, which I played too early, which is the story of Magearna as a whole this season. I just can't figure it out, and to say the least, it's been a very demotivating season for me, because I feel like I'm not performing well enough for you guys, and I'm definitely not working well enough for myself. And moving forward, it's going to be very hard to get my battles done due to time zone differences. I'm not saying I'm leaving. I'm gonna do my best to get my battles done, but just as a note for you guys, today is Sunday the 8th of October, and I'm starting at a job tomorrow. Well, it's more so an internship, which eventually will become paid by December 1st. That's when my first paid month starts. So I am now an employed Norwegian with a work hour between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., which, you know, working with Americans who has jobs, who has school, and then have Aussies to work with like Aberforth, and his schooling and stuff like that, and work or whatever involves there. For me, the rest of the season, scheduling is going to be really hard. Me devoting as much time to team building with my friends. A huge shout out to the Verd who helped me build this team for Greg. That Garchomp set was absolutely genius. Like he came up with it. It's a full credit to him for that. But I don't know what to say. Now as an employee, it's going to be much harder for me to do my battles. I'll still try my best, but I can't promise everything. Of course, I'm going to have every battle done, but the amount of prep that my team is going through, I can't guarantee to be as good at it as it has been. And with the last 3 weeks being Randy, HLD production coach of the Texas Rangers, the Pokemon Rangers that is, Papa C, coach of the New York Lynx, and Aberforth of the Newcastle Umbreons, like, I need to win out to get to playoffs. I said that last week too, but then some scores actually evened out to the results I needed. So I'm still technically in the playoff race, even at 2 and 4, so that's kind of crazy, but I guess I'll make an update video sometime soon. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. Before I wrap up, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters that you see on screen right now, helping me with my goals and also with future problems. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.